Today's has a certificate of, let me just check with, I think it's a 12 certificate, producer Susie.
Oh,
completely agree.
Here we go.
It's a 12. Okay. It comes from Jazzy Jeff. Thank you, Jazzy Jeff, for sending in today's confession. Dear consciences of the nation, bringers of truth and guardians of justice, having recently retired from the travails of teaching history, I feel an urgent need to seek absolution from an event that is still burnt into my memory nearly 25 years after the event. And let me tell you, once you know what happens, these will be burnt into your memory.
Really?
As well.
Oh, good, good.
I was always one, says Jazzy Jeff, to be in the work hard and play hard brigade.
Okay.
Now, already I've lost patience with Jazzy Jeff.
There we go.
Because we've all met people who say that. And basically it means I behave very, very badly on a regular basis. But it's okay because I'm very hard at work, you know.
Yeah.
And
No.
Anyway, no, it just means you're a moron. Anyway, so Jazzy Jeff continues. Sorry for that little diversion.
Interlude.
Work hard and play hard brigade. And after a hard week's teaching, I thought nothing of spending the weekend supporting a variety of hostelries and clubs. One such establishment operated as a kind of late-night club and disco for a clientele that would be best described as divorced and desperate.
Okay.
I don't imagine it was your kind of place, Father Simon, to be honest, nor Sister Susie, and I'm not quite sure about...
No. Moral of the sewer rat, so you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
As I quite easily fitted into both of those categories and had done for some years, it was naturally my last port of call on a Friday night, as it stayed open till 2. I think I mentioned that. Imagine my delight then when one Friday I attracted the attention of an attractive 30-something who seemed vaguely familiar and seemed to strike up a quick and warm rapport with me. Soon we were locked in discussions of early Etruscan pottery, Swedish foreign policy after 1600, and although she wasn't sure about some of the finer points of the Schleswig-Holstein question, I was happy to explain.
Very good.
Wow.
Has the Schleswig-Holstein question been discussed on Great Hits Radio before? I'm happy to put that right. Indeed, says Jazzy Jeff, such was the rapport that we soon decided to continue the earnest and intense academic discussions back at her place.
Okay.
Time passed.
Yes, it did, didn't it? Yeah. Yes, it did. Yeah.
The next morning, I threw on my discarded multicoloured T-shirt, bunged on my tatty boxer shorts, and headed down to find the kitchen and coffee. Succeeding at both, I was enjoying a brew when I heard a sharp gasp from the kitchen doorway, and then what can best be...
Oh, no.
Can best be described as an indignant and horrified shout with a side order of disbelief.
Oh, no.
It went like this. Sir, what are you doing? What are you doing in my kitchen?
Oh, no.
To my horror, I locked horns with Foghorn Frida, a 13-year-old who I'd only said cheerio to about 24 hours earlier as she exited my classroom. You know, I'd regularly failed to engage in learning, and in a very teenage way, she'd always let me know that my lessons were rubbish. And the subject worse. Before I'd even finished the world's lamest response, I was just passing, and I thought I thought I needed some coffee in my underwear.
Yeah.
She looked me up and down, swung on her heel, and stormed upstairs. No wonder her mum looked vaguely familiar. I'd been chatting to her at a parents' evening just a few weeks earlier. And here is my need for forgiveness. Not from Foghorn Frida. Her mum and I dated for 6 months and she eventually got used to it. But to all my colleagues who over the rest of the term had their lesson ruined by pupils butting in with such questions like, is it true that Mr. Jeff was at Frida's? Did you hear that Mr. Jeff was at... Does he really wear green and yellow boxer shorts?
Wow.
No call for that. I throw myself even at your mercy. Well, I'm not sure how this is going to go for Jazzy Jeff, but I do think the line, "Sir, what are you doing in my kitchen?" is the kind of thing that will stay with you for a while. Let's check in for forgiveness. Sister Susie, producer of the show.
Yeah, well, it's a nice story. I think all teachers probably fear that thought of going out with one of their students' parents. But I I don't like that he called himself Jazzy Jeff. It's a bit like that work hard, play hard. I'm Jazzy. And also calling the club divorced and desperate. He dated this Foghorn Frida's mum for a couple of months after that, and
Yes.
you classed her as divorced and desperate. So for those reasons, from me, not forgiven.
Oh, I like this. It's a not forgiven from Sister Susie. Things are looking bad for Jazzy Jeff. I might have added the Jazzy myself, by the way.
Oh, really?
But anyway, I
It's
think
something he would do.
I think he
definitely.
deserved
Yes.
it. Brother Matthew.
I mean, takes two to tango on this, really, doesn't it, Jeff? I'm going to say, I mean, my instinct is to forgive. However, the green and yellow boxers, what on earth is going on there? Green and yellow, those don't go together in
Norwich
boxes.
City supporter.
Oh, really? Well, that's as maybe. Obviously, this has been seared into the memory of poor Foghorn Frida, and indeed for all of us, I think. So I'm going to err on the side of forgiving Jazzy Jeff, despite the name and despite the playing hard, working hard, and the green yellow boxers.